Let's take a look at this problem. We're wanting to simplify a number to a fractional power. Now specifically, it's also got a negative in there. We'll discuss how to handle that. But let's first just in general talk about how do you handle a number to a fractional power where your numerator is greater than 1. Okay. Solving, or simplifying I should say, simplifying a number to a fractional power, rational exponents, where the numerator is greater than 1. Step 1. Put the numerator of the exponent on the outside of a set of parentheses. Step 2. Rewrite what is inside the parentheses in radical form and simplify. And step 3, simplify what is left. Okay, well let's first take a look at the negative. We got 8 to the negative 4/3 power. Now we never want to deal with a negative exponent. And how you can get rid of a negative exponent is you take an opposite of where it's at in a fraction. So in order to do that, we have to create a fraction. So I just throw it over 1. So then we're going to take this 8 to the negative 4/3 and we'll move it down to the bottom, to the denominator. When you move anything opposite of where it's at in a fraction, the sign of the exponent changes. So it goes from an 8 to the negative 8 to a negative 4/3 to an 8 to the positive 4/3. And then you put a placeholder of 1 in the other location. Okay, now we're specifically looking at simplifying a number to a fractional power where numerator is greater than 1, which is what this is. So step 1. It says put the numerator of the exponent on the outside of a set of parentheses. So we're going to rewrite that as 8 to the 1/3 raised to the 4th power. Now notice what I did. I took the 4 and put it on the outside of a set of parentheses. Now where the 4 was, we put a placeholder of a 1. Because when a fraction, when everything disappears, you're always left with a 1 either on top or bottom. Step 2. Rewrite what is inside the parentheses in radical form and simplify. And I shouldn't put it up there. Let's try it again. Okay. So step 2. Rewrite what is inside the parentheses in radical form. So we're going to have 1 over the cube root of 8 to the 1st power. Now how that works is whatever number's on the bottom here in your denominator, that's what goes in this slot. That's your index. And whatever number's up on top here is the power that goes right there. So then this is simply 1 over the cube root of 8, all that raised to the 4th power, or the denominator raised to the 4th power. Okay, now step 3. Nah, that's step 3. I'll go to bed here pretty soon. Second part of that is to simplify. Well, we got the cube root, so our index is 3. We need to do the prime factorization. Well, 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. Since our index is 3, that means we're looking for a set of 3 of something. Well, here's 3 2's, so 3 2's is going to come out in front as a single 2. So we're going to have 1 over 2 to the 4th power. Now step 3 says simplify what is left. Well, 2 to the 4th power is 16. So our answer would be 1 over 16. Now back to our original problem. 8 to the negative 4/3. If I want to do this on a T83, T84 calculator, you might be able to do it on some of your other calculators too, but I'll show you the steps for the T83, T84. Anytime you have more than a single number, single variable, or single anything in your exponent, the trick to put in your calculator is you have to put parentheses around the exponent. So I'm going to put parentheses around the exponent, and I pretty much type it in as I see it then. So we got 8 to the negative 4/3 power. Okay, so 8, I put in 8. Caret is how we do exponent. And I said we want a beginning parentheses. So I do beginning parentheses, negative, the one on the very bottom row, 4 divided by 3. And then closing parentheses, and then enter. Now we get a decimal. To change from decimal to fraction on your calculator, you do math, enter, enter. And you see we get the same answer as when we did by hand. So 1/16. Now in some of the newer T84s, you do not need to put the parentheses because it throws it up in exponent mode. And by the fact that it's up in exponent mode, then it handles it automatically for you. But it doesn't hurt to put the parentheses there. But that's how you do it by hand and on the calculator.